Hello everyone, journeymen and journeywomen. It's been such a long time and we're just gonna wait for some people to join. But yeah, it's been such a long time. I can't wait to discuss some things with y'all, catch up on so many things, and just answer any more questions that you guys have as always. And also I should mention that throughout this live stream you may or may not be able to hear the fireworks going on outside. I know they always say it's illegal, but it's always gonna go on, so excuse the fireworks. We all know it's one day before New Year's 2018. It sneaked up so quickly, so yeah. I mean, it feels surreal, honestly. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be 2018 tomorrow. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to talk about today. The first one being TeslaCon, and I know I mentioned this slightly. I mean, I talked more about it on like the social media of Tesla Journey, but I didn't really promote it too much. But if any of y'all were there at TeslaCon, thank you for coming. It was so nice to meet y'all and talk to you. I don't know why I say y'all. I'm not from Texas when I say y'all. Anyways, um, so yeah, like TeslaCon 2017, it was so amazing. It was an experience like none other. Like I've personally like performed, done some like, cause in case y'all didn't know, I do sing. But like nothing like TeslaCon, and it was the most amazing experience. Everything's honestly amazing to me, but just being able to talk about something that's actually going to change the world and make an impact in the world, um, it was so much fun, and I truly am so thankful for Ben and peeps from like Tesla and Model 3 Owners Club. Now you know everyone, all the Tesla tubers, all our favorite Tesla tubers. I want to thank them all. Um, they were so inclusive and so sweet, and it was so much fun watching everyone else doing their presentations slash sessions. And the VIP session was definitely one of my favorites because it was the first time that I'd ever like met, um, Ben and the guys from Model 3 Owners Club and Kim and her hubby from like Tesla. Um, yeah, they were all so inclusive and so nice, so it was just so much fun meeting them finally. Not in person, which hopefully I do hope that someday we do meet in person, but for the time being, I can, it's just watching their videos and like actually being able to like interact with them and like talk to people who were joining in that session with them. It was just, yeah, it was one of the most surreal experiences ever. But yeah, in accordance with that, I just wanted to mention that you guys can, for those of you who didn't or weren't able to attend TeslaCon, you can purchase tickets that will allow you to watch the replays on Crowdcast, which is a platform that we use to host TeslaCon on. And that link will be in the description box below. It says TeslaCon replay tickets, so you just follow that link and you'll be able to purchase a ticket to watch the replays of our sessions, and you'll be able to watch all the sessions that went on. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't think it may or may not include the VIP session. I'll make sure of that, but yeah, for sure you'll be able to watch all the sessions that everyone else with the all access pass had. And they're all definitely so informative, and I would definitely recommend you go and check it out if you weren't able to attend the actual event. But yeah, it was, yeah. I'm still like hyped up about the event, even though it was over like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. still feels so surreal, and I'm excited that we're doing it again next year, hopefully, maybe, most likely, I don't know, but I'm excited. Anyways, moving on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about, which is, for those of you who watched my latest upload, road trip down to SoCal, numero dos, I said in the, near the end of the video to, watch out for a live stream. This is basically what that live stream is, and so, yeah. I wasn't able to film too much of it because, like I said in the video, we were going down there pretty late, and if I were to film anything, it'd be pretty dark and you guys wouldn't be able to see anything. But yeah, so, typical superchargers, and yeah, the big point during that video was autopilot. Because that was definitely, I had been so used to autopilot before we went down to SoCal in that video that it didn't make that much of a difference, but comparing it to the experience from the first road trip down to SoCal video to road trip down to SoCal number 2, it's definitely a big difference in the experience, because in the first one, like I said, we only had TAC, or traffic aware cruise control, so that only allowed us to, I had to steer the whole way, basically. But in this road trip, the second road trip, we had autopilot, and that took off so much stress of traveling down to SoCal. I cannot, once you experience going down to SoCal with autopilot, I swear you will never want to go back to a regular car and head down there, because you will seriously not want to drive down there by yourself anymore, manually. But yeah, that was one of the biggest differences. It was super noticeable. But everything else, still the quality, the quietness, the smoothness of the ride still applied, and yeah. But one thing I should mention that wasn't in the video was when we went to the Burbank Supercharger, and we were all kind of laughing about that. Okay, so let me say that we arrived there around 1 or 2 in the morning, and so, we were all tired, even though the car did most of the driving for us. We were all tired, and so the Burbank Supercharger, for those of you who haven't been there yet, is on this garage, this parking garage. And so when you're passing by it to get into it, you'll from the street you'll be able to tell it's oh, it's on the top level, or you will think it's on the top level. But when you actually get there, which is what we witnessed every single owner do when we were charging there, is we all go up all the way to the top, thinking it's at the very highest level of the parking garage. But that's not the whole truth, because it's you have to take this mini detour type thing to the right, and then loop around to get to the actual superchargers. And so it was so funny. I kind of wished I filmed this, but like I said, we were all tired. And so we weren't paying too much attention, but every single person that came in, we were just laughing at, because it's okay. We were laughing at them, we were laughing with them, because I bet they were laughing too. Because every owner that came in after us, they were doing the same thing. So it's if Tesla could improve something with that, with parking garage levels and all that, it'd be really nice. Or telling us where to exactly go to get to the superchargers, because everyone would go to the top level, and that just got kind of annoying and funny, but in the long term, it's gonna get annoying. But that's one thing. And I know I couldn't I couldn't exactly film the coming back part when we were heading back from SoCal, because we had a little situation which I'm not gonna go too much into, or not gonna go into at all, actually, I should say. It's not too big. But yeah, so when we were coming back, we actually didn't go to the Kettleman City Supercharger like we did when we were heading down to SoCal. And by the way, the Kettleman City Supercharger, if you guys haven't seen the video on my channel yet, it is the most wonderful supercharger ever. If every supercharger could be like that, or the Fremont Supercharger, because I just love being at the factory, I would I love superchargers now, but it'd be even better if they were the Kettleman City Supercharger, all of them, with a lounge and everything. I sadly wasn't able to try the coffee that they had there, because, yeah, we were going there at night, so, you know, no barista's gonna work 24/7. Although that would be nice if they had like a shift, like a nighttime shift for someone to work there at night. That'd be really cool too. But for the time being, it doesn't seem as if they have a nighttime shift for the barista position at the Kettleman City Supercharger. I swear it's the most hardest thing to pronounce. But yeah, if they could do that, that'd be nice. But I didn't get to try the coffee, but one of the things I talked about in the video was, you know, changing up the entry, I don't know exactly what to call it, but the entry thing, you know, because like at that supercharger right now, you have to like type in a little pin code just to get in. Wish they change up, so if any of y'all were wondering, oh, you know, like everyone can get in since the pin code was in your video. No, they always change it up, so yeah, that code will probably most likely never be used again. But yeah, but I was saying, like, you know, like if they could change it up so that we could use, say, our phones or our key fobs just like as a tap and go type thing. I don't know how it would exactly work with the key fobs, because I mean they do have a certain connection with our car, so I can only imagine they could somehow like connect it to a little entry thing so we could like tap it and then enter. I don't know. But either way, I mean, all Tesla owners should have a phone, so even if we could tap our phones to get in, to get access, then that'd be cool too. But not that I mind the whole, you know, pin code thing, but if they were to make some changes, tap and go would be nice. But yeah. And so now talking back to heading back home from SoCal. Yeah, so we skipped over the Kettleman City Supercharger. I'm just gonna start calling it Kettleman Supercharger because city is just tripping me up right now. But we skipped over that a couple miles over, and we got to Harris Ranch. So the first time we went down to SoCal in the first video. Hopefully this is not confusing y'all. But that was the supercharger that we went to in our first one when we were heading down, when Kettleman City Supercharger didn't exist yet. And now this time when we're heading back home, the second time we headed down to SoCal and headed back home, we went to the Harris Ranch Supercharger. And yeah, it's just pretty, they got more superchargers. That's one difference. They got like, I think 4 more superchargers installed there, which was nice. But I tend to notice that the Harris Ranch Supercharger never seems to be filled. At least when I go, but I think I just go like off peak hours. So I don't see many people there, but yeah, it's nice that they added more superchargers though. And yeah, and then we got home at around 5 in the morning due to the little incident, because we were also charging at the Dublin Supercharger before we finally got home, and so that took a long time. Well, not the charging, but, you know, just the whole situation. But it was an enjoyable experience overall, like I said, with autopilot. Yeah, that's actually one of the things I talked about, because, I mean, autopilot does tend to make you want to slack off a bit when it comes to your driving responsibility. It truly does. But I mean, not like totally slacking off. Like, I wasn't trying to, like, you know, it's 6 hours drive, approximately, on average. And so, you know, you do tend to get tired, and when you have autopilot as your best friend, you kind of want to let it just do its thing and just, you know, take care of everything. And so, I mean, to be honest, I'm sure other owners would admit to it too. But, I mean, I'm a person I honestly admit, I did, like, you know, for a split second, just every now and then, like, I'll just fall asleep. Not, like, totally just, like, knock out, but, like, for a split second, I'm just, like, you know, I'm watching the road, and I'm just, like, and then you wake back up, but, you know, it's like your car's still on the road. And so that's one of the things that my dad talks about, too, because sometimes when he drives, he puts it on autopilot now, too, because I keep on yelling at him to actually use it. But, yeah, it's like, you'll sometimes fall asleep, but the car's still on the road. Oh, and that's the thing I was going to talk about. That's another thing I'm going to talk about now. Is that we actually ended up heading to the Sorry, there was something flying in the air. We ended up heading to the Gigafactory this past Wednesday, which is really exciting, because it's like the second Tesla factory experience that I've been on, but so far that's like basically the only 2 official factories that are open. So, but yeah, going to the Fremont factory a couple months back, which was it was a really awesome experience. And then now the Tesla Gigafactory in Nevada, Sparks, Nevada. Yeah. I mean, I didn't make a film. I did vlog some of it, so I might post some footage next week. Maybe. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to see some of that footage of us heading down, because I don't know, I think we got some nice footage, hopefully. I mean, it was all snowy and wintry, and so it was really nice because, you know, me living in California, we don't see much snow, at least where I live in California. I mean, on the outer sides of California, closer to Nevada, yeah, it got all snowy, and it was really beautiful. Anyways, getting off track here. Yeah, and so it was a 1-hour tour. The ironic part was that we actually, for part of the tour, we went in a non-Tesla vehicle. Well, I mean, at the Fremont factory, you go on a tram, so it's a non-Tesla vehicle, but anyways, we were going on the Gigafactory tour. We had to go in this, like, I don't know if you guys have seen those Mercedes-Benz van, those humongous vans that look like loaves of bread. I'm sorry, I literally, honestly though, hate those cars so much. They just look so bad. Anyways, yeah, so we had to get in one of those cars, and it was really nice because at the Tesla factory, the one in Fremont, there'll usually be a lot more people. So it's not as interactive, in my opinion, but when we went to the Gigafactory, there was 4 of us from my fam, and I think probably like 5 or 6 more people, so it was around 10 people, like, per tour guide, which was really nice. And that day, they weren't that busy too because it was a Wednesday, but it was just really nice because the other family that came was, there was this lady who actually worked at the Gigafactory, and she brought her in-laws over, so it was just really nice to meet someone, you know, who worked at the Gigafactory, because, you know, all the Tesla employees that I've met so far before we went to the Gigafactory were all, like, you know, sales advisors and customer experience specialists and all that. So it was really nice to meet someone from the Gigafactory, let alone the tour guide of the Gigafactory. But yeah, so for the first part of the tour, we went on that Mercedes-Benz van thingamajig, and basically he just drove around the perimeter of the Gigafactory, but from, like, a higher up perspective. So we went up on this hill. It was really, I was screaming for life, but yeah, it was interesting, very bumpy. We actually got lost on the way there. So a little tip for any of y'all who plan to head out to the Gigafactory. This is also really ironic, but there's a gas station when you're heading up this long road. What is it? USA Parkway or something. There's a gas station to the right. When you see that gas station, you turn left. So it's not exactly ironic because you're heading away from the gas station, but it's called Electric Avenue, and with the Tesla navigation, I don't know why it happens that way, but it takes you to the backside of the Gigafactory, and there's this gate that's closed, which it won't let you in, so, yeah, we went in pretty far, and it was really nerve-wracking because we were actually running out of range. Yeah, range anxiety was real, but as Zach and Jesse has taught everyone, your range anxiety is someone else's full tank, speaking in EV terms. And so, you know, I was stressing out. I was just like, you know, we went to the wrong place, and, you know, it was almost 9 o'clock, the time that we were supposed to be at the Gigafactory to start the tour, and I was just like, you know, I was trying to, like, contact all these people who had emailed me about the tour and all that. I'm just like, hey guys, you know, help me out here. And so yeah, it turns out we went way past where we were supposed to turn, because there's apparently 2 electric avenues. I don't know why. But yeah. But the Tesla navigation system with going to the Gigafactory is really funky. So just remember, gas station on the right, turn left. and you'll be good. Because we ended up going on this like off-road thing. So, I mean, I don't know, in my mind for off-road, I feel like the Tesla Model X is like the best choice for that. But, you know, we were off-roading in a Tesla Model S, what up? But, yeah, so thank goodness the car didn't run out of juice. Yeah, that was really, my heart was like, mm. But we made it there, and you know, like on the map, it doesn't, or on the Tesla navigation screen, it doesn't show that there are superchargers at the Gigafactory, but there are two. And thank the Lord there are two. And thank the Lord that there was one spot just for us, which was really relieving for my heart and my soul. Because once we got there, I'm just like, oh yes. So we just plugged in, and it was perfect timing because, you know, it takes about an hour to charge the car up fully. Anyway, so, you know, while we were on the tour and all that, and since it wasn't an actual supercharger, like it wasn't on the map, one thing that was really nice was that, you know, you don't get idle fees. Because, like, after we had gotten back from that van tour around the Gigafactory, like, my car was like 15 minutes away from a 95% charge. And so I was just like asking the tour guide, you know, it's like, oh, should we move the car? You know, because he said it was going to take around another half an hour to finish the rest of the tour, which was the interior of the Gigafactory. And he's like, oh, no, it's okay. And so, yeah, there were no idle fees there, which is really nice. Because, you know, at other superchargers, you're going to have to move your car, otherwise you're going to get charged. I mean, it's not like a super humongous big fee, but still. Yeah. So that was really nice. And so after that big old tour, and we got to the Gigafactory and all that, I know I'm jumping around, we went on the inside of the Gigafactory, and to be honest, but it's just me not being too much of a technical person, but on the interior of the factory, it's basically what you would expect. It basically was a humongous computer lab in my mind. So, you know, just going through, it was a lot of computers, a lot of employees just sitting at the computers. Okay, sorry, my stream's just acting really funky. But, you know, just employees working at the computers, working out some kinks, doing their thing, and then on, like, the inside, so basically there's this, like, middle area that's, like, surrounded by glass panels. You can see inside. That's where, like, it's basically like the Tesla factory, but it's building batteries. Well, it's not building batteries. Well, some parts are building batteries, but other parts are inspecting batteries and, you know, false negatives, all that. And so, you know, it was kind of hypnotizing because, I don't know, I just have a thing for, like, things just moving. Anyways, so we got to witness that, and, you know, he just threw in some couple little awesome facts, which I'm not supposed to talk about, because, you know, before we went in, we had to sign a little, well, not actually sign, but we had to agree to this little thing saying that, you know, we wouldn't say anything or show anything from the actual factory. So it's kind of sad, because, I mean, it was really nice information, but sadly I can't say too much or anything at all that I heard or saw from that day. But, like, describing it is, like, totally fine. So, yeah, basically they say only around 20% of the factory has been built so far, and, yeah, it's crazy, because it's already pretty big, and where the parking lot is currently at the Gigafactory is, like, the whole Gigafactory when it's going to be done. It's really hard to explain. Because, like, currently, like, the Gigafactory is, like, an L shape. Kind of like this. And inside that L, like, right here in this area, and basically all around it, too, as well, is the parking. And sooner or later, they're going to destroy all that. I mean, they have so many wall chargers / destination chargers, whatever you want to call them there, along with 2 superchargers. Yes, there's only 2 superchargers. But they make it work somehow. Anyways, so, yeah, and a lot of Model 3s, I should say. Yeah. But yeah, basically, sooner or later, they're going to tear all that out to, you know, build up the Gigafactory. And so, yeah. What they're currently doing is just building as much as they can, and then basically building more as they can, as much as they can pay for. until the whole building is complete. But yeah, it's so exciting. Like, yeah, it's really overwhelming at the same time because it's just like it's nothing that I've ever experienced before, and just seeing all of these things coming together, it's just, yeah, it's really surreal but really exciting at the same time. So that was an awesome experience, and if any of you who use my referral code are watching this video, I basically got to go to that Gigafactory thanks to you. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for using my referral code. Really do appreciate it. Because, you know, without you, I wouldn't be able to go on experiences like this and tell you guys about this, even though I can't say too much, sadly. But, yeah, still, it's awesome. So, yeah, that's basically about it for today's live stream. And, well, I'm not done yet, but, like, me ranting and all that, that's about it. And so let's start answering questions. Okay. My friend drives his Model S quite aggressively, and sometimes autopilot doesn't work because he was driving really wildly. Did you ever hear of that? Driving, okay. Aggressively, I guess depending on the level of aggressiveness. But, I mean, even if you're driving aggressively, I see no reason why autopilot shouldn't work. As long as there's lane markings, basically all it needs is lane markings, clear lane markings, it should work. Yeah, I can't think of really any reason why it shouldn't work. But unless he's like switching lanes like crazily and like the car can't keep up with like the lanes. Yeah, other than that, I can't imagine why autopilot wouldn't work. Maybe I'd recommend, I don't know, going to the nearest service centers to like get it checked out. And hopefully it's just a minor problem and they can get it fixed. Most likely they will. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work. And also, I guess depending on which autopilot, but yeah, I mean, autopilot 2.5 still ain't that different from 2.0. Or, well, 1.0, 2.0 is a big difference, kind of ish, but still. Yeah, there shouldn't be any issues as far as I know. How many miles do you have on the Tesla now? We actually, let me just, ooh. Let's see. That's one thing I like about having a Tesla is that you can check most of the things or data, I don't know, whatever, about the car from your phone. Because, like, you know, with other cars, most other cars, you're going to have to, like, go outside and go check it up. But, yeah, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, we're at 9,809 miles on our baby. Yeah. Yeah. He. I still can't, like, settle on a gender for my car, honestly. I'll call it she and I'll call it he sometimes. But, yeah. But mostly I'll just call it baby. But, yeah, baby's growing. Almost, he, baby. Baby is almost 1 year old now. It's crazy. Time is flying by so quickly. And the thing I kind of like with the mentality of this whole thing is that baby and channel, Tesla Journey YouTube channel, are literally like the same age. So when baby turns 1, Tesla Journey turns 1 too. So yeah, it's coming up so quickly. I mean, 2018 is coming up so quickly in a couple of hours, at least for me. Maybe for some of y'all, it might be 2018 already. But yeah, and then like in 2 months, because in February baby's gonna be 1, and it's just, they grow up so fast. I'm feeling like a freaking parent here, but anyways, off track again. Happy New Year, 2018. Happy New Year to you too, Sai. I thought the factory had more than 2 superchargers. Okay. Yeah, I would expect it to have more than 2 superchargers too, at least 5, if not more, but yeah, I only found 2 superchargers there, and we were lucky enough to have only Yeah, we were lucky enough to have one supercharger that was open when we got there. And so, yeah, it was a humongous relief because otherwise I wouldn't be able to breathe because we got there after getting lost and all that, and turning on the heat a lot because it was so cold. Like at certain points during the drive, it got down to like -6 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yeah, it's pretty cold outside. But yeah, they should have more superchargers there. But hopefully, when they finish up the whole building, they'll add in more superchargers because it would only make sense. Because a lot of the employees there are planning to get Model 3s anyway, so they're gonna need some place to charge. But I guess they have no issue with using the wall connectors there because they have like, I don't know, 20, 30 wall connectors there. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have anything? I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there was something I was gonna say and now, ooh, yeah, I think I'm good. But yeah, so more videos will be coming, totally for sure on that. And yeah, because okay, just to explain my hiatus in case you guys didn't catch it or I just wasn't too thorough with it. Um, Basically, during TeslaCon, okay, yeah. So I was in the middle of finals when TeslaCon came along because my final schedule was basically it was Thursday, Friday, and then Monday and Tuesday. So 4 days total. But my Thursday, I didn't have any finals because it all just worked out. One of them was choir, and the other one was Chinese, and it just all worked out. So I didn't have to go to school at all that day. So basically, technically, I only had 3 days of finals. But even with that, TeslaCon was in the middle. So it was Friday, and then TeslaCon was on Saturday, and then I had 2 more days of finals on Monday and Tuesday. So, yeah, I was really building on that presentation. Like, I actually didn't end up finishing my whole presentation during TeslaCon, but yeah, that was because I was afraid that I'd be talking way too fast. And so I kept on adding in like more information, more and more and more. And in case you guys didn't know, my session during TeslaCon was the history of Tesla. So I just discussed things about how Tesla all began and where it is now. Although I didn't really get to where it is now because I had too much information from the beginning, or yeah, in the before parts of Tesla. But I think even if I did go into like the now of Tesla, like most people would have known about it already. So I guess it's kind of good that I had more information about the before because I got really lovely feedback from a lot of people saying that, they learned some new things through my presentation. And so that was really nice to hear because that was basically one of my main goals of my presentation was to like tell people something new that they didn't know about. So yeah, that happened. And yeah. Sorry, my parents arrived home. Um, but yeah. Okay, but one thing I can mention from the Factory is, well, I don't think they would mind because this is basically Tesla's other mission statement that they don't publicly say, at least, is that we do your best better. So that was like one of the things that like stuck with me throughout the whole Gigafactory tour. When they first told us about it, when the tour guide first said it, because I don't know, I have a thing. I'm like a sucker for inspirational quotes and inspirational stories and anything regarding inspirational. Yeah, anything inspirational. But yeah, so like it's like we do your best better. And so it's just, I mean, that literally is Tesla though. I love it so much because, you know, it's like, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. And I just love that quote so much. It's like a motto for me now, kind of, not really. Um, but that's one of the things, you know, as we were talking about it, I mean, some basic things that everyone knows about the Gigafactory, I guess I can talk about on here. Um, and so, you know, he kind of showed us the 18650 cell, around this big, approximately. Um, you know, it's like a little cylinder, and those are basically the cells that you can find in all Tesla batteries. And so, you know, he was just passing it around since we were a small little group, so, you know, we just took it and passed it on to the next person, and so on and so forth. And basically that's what they're producing at the Gigafactory. And, you know, he kind of told us about why they use a 18650 cell, or, you know, cylindrical cells versus, you know, like a full-on battery like in phones, the flat kinds. And, you know, it's just with the versatility and all, how it's so much more useful. And if something does happen, you know, it's not like the whole thing, so you can repair one part of it and not the whole thing. So for cheaper cost and more efficiency, um, and so, you know, it was just a better choice. And it's kind of like the whole thing when like Tesla first chose to go fully electric. It's kind of like that because it's better. And so, yeah. But yeah, the tour guide also, like, you know, he talked about how he was getting a Model 3 as well. He had one on order. And how, like, yeah, another thing that stuck with me was when he talked about how, like, kids from, like, future generations are gonna think we are insane. Because, like, the analogy that he told us about was gas cars. Gas cars are basically, I mean, okay, this kind of sounds horrible now that I think about it, but it's a really good analogy, and it's that gas cars are basically like bombs. And it's like, you know, kids from future generations, they're gonna be like, they're actually gonna be like frightened by us because it's like, you were okay with driving a bomb like 70 miles an hour on the freeway. Like, so, I mean, because sooner or later, you know, cars are going to start selling without steering wheels and all that. They're going to be, most of them are going to be fully electric. I have a feeling, though. Yeah. I mean, there's, of course, other forms of energy to power cars, but, yeah, I see a future of mostly fully electric vehicles. Yeah. um, but yeah, so it's like, you know, we are doing something that seems normal to us, but later on, like, people from future generations are gonna look back at us thinking we're insane, because the future is gonna be just so much safer, you know. With electric cars and hopefully other car companies creating safer cars as well. Oh, and another thing, jumping back to the whole batteries topic, is that, you know, the structural integrity of the cars, I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of this somewhere, but the battery along the bottom of the car adds to the structural integrity, because if something were to, God forbid, come from the side, hit you from the side, then the car will most likely hold its shape because of the batteries at the bottom adding to the strength of the car overall. It just helps hold the shape versus like a regular ice car where there's like nothing really holding the car like in its shape. And it's just, you know, it's so much easier for another object to just penetrate in easier. There's just a lot of weird noises going on where I'm living now. But yeah, so it's just, you know, see what inspiration of, but yeah. And like other things that he talked about, Oh, so the battery checks of the, when they do the battery checks, they do like a twice over just to make sure, like, kind of when I was mentioning earlier about the false negatives, they'll do like a twice over just to make sure that they're not like throwing away a perfectly good battery. Well, they're not throwing it away, they're just selecting it and like sending it back to Panasonic to like figure out what's wrong and then fix it so that it never happens again. And so, yeah, that's one of the cool things. I guess almost every factory does that, just making sure everything's good, at least the second time, hopefully. But, yeah. Will you be getting a Model 3? Yeah, so, I don't know, I love this question so much. I get it on, like, literally every single live stream, but it's okay, I'm not annoyed. For the time being, it doesn't seem as if we are going to be getting one, but maybe in the future we might. Yeah, but for the time being, yeah, we're not getting one. But honestly though, I mean, to be honest, if I'm like totally honest with y'all, I kind of am falling in love with that car. I kind of am. It is honestly, like, I don't know, a lot of people, I mean, yeah, a lot of people compare the Model S to the Model 3, and in terms of looks, I gotta say, definitely the Model S looks better. But the Model 3, just like seeing it in person, it's all like cute and compact, and it's just, yeah, it's so cute. It's a mini version of the Model S, it truly is, and it's so cute. Like, I kind of, like, it's like I kind of do want one, but then again, it's just like, I kind of want to wait for the Model Y just to see what that's all about. Yeah, because I'm kind of excited because, I mean, I love the Model X, and I know a lot of people love the Model X, and so, you know, when they talk about Model Y and how it's going to have falcon wing doors, but it might be slightly different from the Model X's falcon wing doors, I kind of want to see what they're talking about. Because, I don't know, like what could be possibly different about the falcon wing doors? Like, they're going to be more flexible, or, I don't know, like, they can, like, full on, like, flex back in, because you know how, like, the Model X goes like this? I'm not even portraying this correctly. You can't exactly portray the Model X's falcon wing doors with your arms, but you know how it's like, okay, it's like a 90-degree angle, right? So maybe, I don't know, it kind of fold in more than a 90-degree angle, who knows? But I'm definitely interested to see that, and I'm excited. I'm basically excited for everything that's going to come out in 2018 for Tesla. Yeah. I mean, because Elon has been talking about the new navigation systems that they're going to push out, and, you know, I recently, just right before heading out to the Gigafactory, we got the latest update that Tesla had released, which was with the whole Santa mode Easter egg. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but it's so cute. Yeah. We were talking about how, like, you know, when some people, like, never use the turn signal, and, like, how the sleigh bells, because if you guys don't know yet, when the car's in Santa mode and you turn on the turn signal, it'll make a little sleigh bell sound, and I'm just like, you know what? For those people who don't use the turn signal ever, yes, the people that we don't exactly like, the the sleigh bell sounds might actually motivate them to use it. And so, yeah. But it's really nice. But yeah, going back to the navigation updates, really looking forward to that. Because currently, like, if you go through the Tesla Owners Worldwide Facebook page, you're mostly gonna see a lot of owners posting that the Tesla navigation system just, like, for no good reason at all, just goes in big loops around things that it doesn't need to when it could just cut right through. And so, I don't know. Like, apparently Tesla navigation systems are known to, like, take you on more scenic routes. And so maybe that's what it's trying to do, like, take you on more scenic routes. But, I don't know. Hopefully that does improve with the new navigation system and, you know, the whole thing with the Burbank superchargers, or superchargers like the Burbank superchargers, where it actually tells us on which floor and how to get there exactly. That'd be really nice, yeah. I still haven't seen one yet in person, but yeah, Model S is a lot better looking. Well, the Model X Falcon Wing doors open varies based on what is around. Yeah. And so, yeah. I don't know. I'm just excited for Model Y. I just want it to come already. It's just like, I feel like I've been waiting forever for it, but that's literally how I felt about the Model 3. But sooner or later that day is gonna come, considering 2018 is coming so quickly. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, I'm probably gonna fall asleep. I don't know, a lot of people stay up for New Year's, but I'm one of those people who actually sleeps through it. I've only stayed up a couple times for model. Why am I talking models? I only stayed up a couple times for New Year's. Rarely, probably like once or twice, but yeah. Yeah. But I just have this feeling. I do. I truly do. That 2018 is going to be a big year. Considering also that a lot of other EVs are going to be coming out too. That's another thing we have to take into consideration, because, I mean, owning a Tesla, I feel that I am very biased when it comes to it. Just thinking about, you know, things that Tesla's going to come out with. Say the Model Y and the Tesla truck, which I'm also excited to see. But, you know, there'll be plenty of other EVs coming out sooner or later from other car companies. And so it's really exciting. It's really interesting. It's going to be interesting to see all these other cars coming out, and people, you know, we can talk more about it now. And hopefully we'll be able to see many more EV owners on the road. And, yeah. I know it's not as cold where you are, but our Model X has been having issues with the Falcon Wing doors. Yeah, I've heard of some of those colder area peoples. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of mixed opinions on that, because some people say that Teslas work great in the snow, and other people say that it doesn't work too great in the snow. But, yeah. I mean, I don't work at the service center, so I'm not too sure, but I mean, I could totally imagine, because it is cold, just takes down on a lot of things. I mean, personally, since we went down to the Gigafactory and it was snowing, it was super cold, I mean, I can definitely say for sure now that cold weather definitely does take down on the battery and the range quicker than it does when it is warmer. Yeah. It was, yeah. But we made it regardless, and so, yeah. Like in Minnesota, it works great with the low center mass, but currently it's -12. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I could hardly handle -6, but -12, like, my geez. Like, oh, yeah, it's been crazy. But, yeah. Yeah, the low center of gravity is really nice, though. You know, like, heading out to the Gigafactory, I mean, there was literally ice on the roads, and I haven't dealt with ice on the road since, I forgot when. I was young. It was probably around, I don't know, 10 or something, when we were headed out to Yosemite. We were in a gas car, of course, back then, because I didn't even know about Teslas back then. But yeah, that was the only time that I'd ever seen snow on the roads. And when we went up to the Gigafactory, yeah, those roads. But it's like you didn't even need snow chains with the Tesla. It's insane. Like, we just had our regular tires, our stock tires, all weather tires, whatever they call them, on, and that was it. We didn't put on any snow chains or anything, or snow tires. And we had no slippage. I mean, and we weren't driving like super, super crazy, but still with like the low center of gravity, which is one of the things I love about the car. We were just stuck on the, like, not like bad type of stuck on the road, but like we were like on the road, and the car was sticking to the road, and it wouldn't go anywhere, it wouldn't slip, which is really nice. Because, you know, with most other cars, you'll start hearing the back wheels kind of like wanting to slip, which makes me really nervous. Yeah, but with the Tesla, you know, we had to go through those mountains. There was curves all throughout the mountains, and yeah, never had a moment of slippage. And another thing to go along with the low center of gravity is traction control, which is another thing I love about the car. Because, you know, it just really does monitor every, like, what, millisecond? I don't know, there's this really, like, small amount of time where it just checks up every single, I'm pretty sure it was like a millisecond or something hella tiny. But it just, like, makes sure that the car is sticking to the road, not slipping, and so it really monitors it truly, like, really well. The low center of gravity helps with snow and so on. And since it's such a heavy car, it really doesn't slide as much. My dad mostly uses winter tires on the S since it's rear-wheel drive, but other than that, traction is great. Yeah, even with, I mean, not that I've had any experience with rear-wheel drive Teslas, but a couple of friends and family who own Teslas, yeah, they have rear-wheel drives, and, you know, they said that no problems whatsoever, even with rear-wheel drive. Of course, it doesn't go as fast as an all-wheel drive Tesla, but it still gets the job done. It's still faster than most other average cars that I can compare to, and so, yeah. Yeah, and also the fact that the car is heavy. But that's just the thing that I love about Teslas, because even though they are heavy, when they drive, they're as light as a feather almost. Which is just like a little dart, or a personal roller coaster, as they're mostly known as. Yeah. But it's just really amazing because, you know, kind of going off topic, not really, but, you know, introducing the car to people who are complete, like, gas-minded people, and, like, being able to see their reaction when the car goes faster than their fastest supercar that they own, it's just, I love it. It truly is, and also, what's even better is when they literally vow and say that their next car is going to be electric, because they've experienced, well, basically a Tesla, until such time that another car company comes out with an electric car that's as fast as a Tesla, or faster. But yeah, it's just that moment when they say, yeah, my next car is going to be electric, because my gas car doesn't even go half as fast as this, or in Supercar's case, not as fast as this at all. Yeah. Even when it's on, like, turbo or whatever, I really don't know the terminology when it comes to gas cars and supercars. But yeah, it's like, you know, they can't even go as fast. And Tesla, like, sometimes even on the regular mode, without even counting in ludicrous, can go faster than most supercars. So, yeah. It's like then, because, I mean, a lot of them do say that they're gonna miss the whole, like, vroom sound, you know, the revving and all that. But, you know, that's the thing they're gonna have to live without, because if why they bought the car is because it's fast, then they're definitely willing to compromise that, I'm pretty sure. Because, you know, if you're in it for speed, then why would you choose a car that can go 0 to 60 in 3.2 when you can get an electric car that goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 for literally half the price. I don't know the times, 0 to 60 times for other supercars. I really just, honestly, I mean, we don't really even care. But yeah, it's like simple math, yo. And you can save on all that gas that you're gonna have to pay for after you drive that car. My dad has had his S for almost 5 years now, and I think he's put almost 150,000 miles on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely crazy. Like, I find that we don't drive our car as much as other owners do, and that's actually the truth, because other people, like, for 1 year, they'll drive their car for, like, 100,000 miles, and we're, like I said earlier, almost at 10K, not 10 miles, almost at 10K miles on the odometer, but, you know, yeah. But it's still, yeah, hopefully, I mean, because then again, we have to consider the fact that I personally don't, well, my family, hardly goes on road trips at all, whereas other people are like, yeah, going on a lot more road trips, checking out a lot more stuff, and, yeah, we're just usually here at home, because, you know, you guys know that in most of my videos, basically, if you don't know already or haven't figured it out, when you see me sitting in the car, usually it's in my garage. I'm not heading out to someplace special just to film a video. Oh, I think I should. I mean, that'd be cool, right? Just like driving around while I'm talking. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I should do that more. Let me know if you guys want to see me on the road more. Because, I mean, that'd be fun. I just need to figure out some time and space where I can actually drive around. Because, yeah. I don't know, there's just something about my schedule that makes it so much more complicated than most people's for some good reason. But, yeah. I mean, one day I do want to, like, actually go from coast to coast on a road trip. Be nice. I don't know. We'll be like, hey, meet up at the nearest supercharger in blah blah city. And so, yeah. I don't know, that'd be cool. I know a couple owners have done that already. And there's currently a Model 3 going across the country. And so, yeah. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I mean, because we don't even need, like, to live at an actual hotel even. We could just chill in the car. Because the mattress can fit in it. Because it's a Tesla and we can make that work. But that'd be really cool. Thanks. Thanks. Not even a year and almost put like 14,000 miles on our X. Yeah, I know we definitely don't drive as much as a lot of owners. No, I think we should, because I feel that with Teslas, the more miles you put on it, the car doesn't get older, it gets better, because along with the whole, like, you know, over-the-air updates and all that, I mean, of course, like, the tires wear down and all of that, but, you know, that's another thing that they talked about at the Gig Factory, because it's like, a 500,000 mile Tesla would basically compare to a 100,000 mile regular car, because, you know, Teslas are basically guaranteed for like 1,000,000 miles before it like truly becomes inoperable. But I mean, in certain cases, I'm pretty sure Teslas can go for way past 1,000,000 miles. I don't know. Someone's gonna be the first person to do it someday. But yeah, so it's like, you know, drive for as much as you want, and, you know, and one of the biggest examples is basically Tesloop. I don't know if you guys have heard of that company. You probably would have. But it's like the whole, you know, Tesla taxi in Southern California. And so, you know, how like one of their cars already reached, I'm pretty sure y'all seen this. There was like an article on Teslarati or Electric or something. One of those EV articles, online articles. Talking about Tesloop and how one of their cars reached 300,000 miles, and only problem with one of them is that they had to get the motor replaced on their oldest Tesla. But otherwise it's been like super, like it has no problem, according to them at least. We don't know, but yeah. But I think, yeah, I mean, even owning mine for like almost a year now, I have faith that it can last for a while. Definitely more than 500,000 miles if we were to ever drive it that far. Um, but yeah, guess it's time to plan more road trips. What do you feel about the fact that soon there will be a 150D and 200D version of a Model S? I feel that I like the idea, I do, but then I'm kind of sad now because, you know, like when the 100D came out, I was just all like, because when I first ordered my Model S, the 100D wasn't available yet. I think like literally a couple days later, the 100D came out. And so, you know, I mean, I like it because, you know, that's gonna persuade more people to get an electric car, but also, you know, with that fact comes a higher cost. And so, you know, most people probably won't be able to afford it, and that's on the sad side. But, you know, a lot of owners already are like, you know, trading in their Model S or their Model X, their current one, to get a bigger battery size, or, you know, Autopilot 2.0 comes out. And they're like, okay, I want to switch up from Autopilot 1.0. And so, you know, there's plenty of reasons, but yeah. But yeah, I think it's really cool, and I can't wait to see them because, you know, with the Tesla Roadster, 620, I think, yeah, I think it was like 620 miles of range. I mean, like, what even? That's like unprecedented, even for a gas car, and so, you know, 150D, 200D. I mean, 150D just sounds really weird. I don't know. Just saying it. Not that it's like the battery size is weird. It's just saying it. It just feels weird. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely gonna be really cool. I think I might end up upgrading when it comes to that point, or maybe just simply getting another one. Who knows? I don't know the future. Things are just gonna happen as they happen. I don't really keep up with the outside world. Busy with college, lol. Ditto, but not with college, with high school. Still trying to finish. It's like a couple more months until I go. I mean, I don't know. To me, I just think about. I'm getting off track here, but like I just think about college as basically another 4 years of high school. Except you're older. So it's just, yeah, just trying to get done with this. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I am so busy, because of high school. And yeah. But hopefully now, since there's not going to be like finals immediately coming up afterwards, because I'm currently on Christmas break, or winter break, I should be able to do weekly videos hopefully, but I truly do apologize for like lacking off on like the last couple weeks. It's just, yeah, it's been just crazy. But I love it. I love it. I mean, yeah, making videos for you guys, and just, it's just something informative, you know. I mean, personally, I'm not like the vlog type person where I'll be like going to the store and be like, oh hey, I'm getting some ice cream, come with me now. So yeah, I'm not that type of person. I personally don't feel comfortable like vlogging inside a grocery store or just anywhere, honestly. But if it's Tesla related, for some reason, some weird reason, I feel comfortable with it. So I don't know. I don't know. Fate just chose me. Plan on getting a Roadster. For the time being, no. I mean, I do love it, but, and the idea of a 620-mile range and a 1.9 second 0 to 60, it's insane. I love the idea, but I just personally don't think I'll be needing one. I'm just not like a sports car type person, and like basically my Model S is already my sports car. But I don't know. like I say with all, with Model 3, Model Y, and you guys asking me if I'm going to be getting these cars, Model X, maybe sometime in the future it might come up and I might decide to get one. Who knows? But for the time being, it's looking like a no for the Roadster as well. I had all my finals before my winter break. Man, they're brutal. Yeah, mechanical engineering. Oh, yeah, I feel you too. I had all my finals before winter break as well. But I think I kind of like that better because I'd rather have it before than after because I don't want to be stressing during break about finals. So, I don't know, there's pros and cons to everything, but yeah, so sorry about that. But mechanical engineering, I don't know, if you're planning to work at Tesla, I mean, I'm sure you're going to do fine. You're going to do great. But, yeah. It's a struggle. Student lifestyle is a struggle. But yeah. So, okay, time does fly. Okay, it's been over an hour, and so, yeah, thank you guys all who came to watch today. It was so much fun talking to y'all. It's been so long since I've talked to y'all, so just thank you all for attending, those of you who came today, and yeah. I will be seeing you guys in next week's video, and so, Happy New Year's Eve-ish, or Happy New Year's for those of you who are on the other side, or in 2018 already. Happy New Year's to y'alls, but for those of you who are in others, Happy New Year's Eve, and I'll be seeing y'all in 2018. Bye now, Happy New Year!